Have you ever noticed how some people seem to age like fine wine, full of energy, clear-headed, and still enjoying life well into their 80s and 90s? While others, even in their 60s, start feeling slower, foggier, and just older. It's not luck. It's not just good genes. And it's definitely not expensive supplements or secret superfoods. The truth is, there's one simple habit that most people over 60 completely ignore. And the ones who do practice it, they often live longer, feel younger, and stay independent well into their later years. So what is it? And why do nearly 90% of people over 60 not do this, even though it could change everything? Let's talk about it. First, let's be honest. Getting older comes with challenges. Maybe you've noticed it yourself. You wake up feeling stiff. Your energy dips faster than it used to. Your mind, once sharp as a tack, sometimes forgets where you put the car keys. And somehow, the things you used to do effortlessly, walking upstairs, bending down to tie your shoes, even standing up after sitting too long, feel just a little harder. But what if I told you that much of this aging isn't actually aging? It's habit-related. The good news? That means it's fixable. Here's what's happening. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, flexibility, and balance if we don't actively maintain them. The body is like a machine. Use it or lose it. And this brings us to the habit that could add years to your life, keep you independent, and even reverse some signs of aging. Intentional daily movement. Not exercise, not a gym membership, not extreme workouts, just intentional movement. A small, daily habit that 90% of seniors overlook. See, here's the thing. Most people over 60 start moving less. They sit more. They slow down. They avoid things that feel difficult. But that's exactly what makes aging accelerate. The less you move, the more your body weakens. And that's why the people who keep moving with purpose every single day stay stronger, healthier, and more capable as they age. But what does intentional movement actually look like? It's not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It's about small, daily actions that keep your muscles working, your joints flexible, and your balance strong. Like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, standing up and stretching every 30 minutes when sitting, walking for 10 minutes after every meal, balancing on one foot while brushing your teeth. These tiny actions don't feel like much at first, but over time, they keep your body strong enough to support you for years to come. Because here's the hard truth. When seniors stop moving, their muscles shrink, their bones weaken, and their balance fades. That's why falls become more dangerous, why daily tasks feel harder, and why independence can slip away faster than expected. But when you move with intention every day, you slow down the aging process. You keep your body strong enough to support you. You keep your energy levels higher, and you give yourself the best chance of staying active, independent, and thriving well into your later years. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Even if you haven't been active in years, you can begin today, right now, with just one simple movement. Because every step, every stretch, every time you stand up and move is a signal to your body that you're still here, still living, still thriving. So, what's the easiest way to make this a habit? Let's dive into that next. So, now that we know why intentional daily movement is so powerful, the next question is, how do you actually make it a habit? Because let's be honest, starting something new isn't always easy. Maybe you've told yourself, I'll move more tomorrow, but tomorrow comes and suddenly the couch is a little too comfortable, or your body feels stiff, or life just gets in the way. That's completely normal. The trick isn't to force movement into your day. It's to sneak it in so effortlessly that it becomes second nature, like brushing your teeth. So how do you do that? The easiest way is habit stacking. Instead of thinking, I need to start exercising, you attach small movements to things you already do every day. That way, you're not creating a whole new routine. You're just upgrading the ones you already have. For example, while waiting for your morning coffee to brew, do gentle leg stretches at the counter. When watching TV, stand up and march in place during commercials. Every time you go to the bathroom, do 5 slow squats before sitting down. When brushing your teeth, balance on one foot for a few seconds, then switch. Every time you check your phone, lift your arms overhead and stretch. These are tiny, effortless movements. They don't feel like exercise, but they keep your body in motion, keep your muscles working, and help you maintain balance, flexibility, and strength without even thinking about it. And the best part? The more you do these little movements, the more energy you'll have to do even more. Because here's the thing, fatigue isn't always a sign of aging. Sometimes it's a sign that your body isn't getting enough movement. Have you ever noticed how sitting for too long makes you feel even more tired? That's because the less we move, the more our blood flow slows down, the more our muscles stiffen up, and the harder it feels to get going. But the moment you start moving, even in small ways, your body wakes up, your circulation improves, your joints loosen up, your energy starts to return. That's why seniors who make daily movement a habit don't just live longer. They feel better too. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Movement isn't just about the body. It's about the mind too. Studies show that seniors who stay physically active have better memory, sharper thinking, and a lower risk of cognitive decline. Why? Because movement increases blood flow to the brain, keeping it oxygenated and strong. In fact, one study found that older adults who moved regularly had brains that functioned like those of people 10 years younger. That means every time you choose to walk, stretch, balance, or stand up instead of sitting still, you're not just helping your body stay younger. You're helping your brain stay younger too. And yet, 90% of people over 60 don't do this. They fall into the trap of taking it easy, believing that slowing down is just part of aging. But the truth is, slowing down isn't the cause of aging. It's the result. And that's why it's so important to start now, even if it's just one tiny movement at a time. So what's the next step? What's the simplest way to build strength, balance, and flexibility without feeling overwhelmed? Let's talk about that next. So now that you know how to sneak movement into your day, let's talk about something even more important, making sure you stick with it. Because here's what happens to a lot of people. They get excited about moving more. They start stretching, walking, maybe even dancing in their kitchen. And for the first few days, it feels great. But then life happens. Maybe you wake up one morning feeling a little stiff, so you decide to skip the movement that day. Then one day turns into two. Two turns into a week. And before you know it, you're right back to feeling sluggish, stiff, and tired again. Sound familiar? That's because movement isn't just about the body. It's about momentum. And the secret to keeping that momentum going isn't willpower. It's finding movement that brings you joy. Because let's be real, if movement feels like a chore, you won't stick with it. So instead of thinking, I need to exercise, shift your mindset to, I get to move in a way that makes me feel alive. That could mean taking a slow, peaceful walk in the morning sun, feeling the warmth on your skin, playing with your grandkids or a beloved pet, getting lost in their energy and laughter, dancing in your living room to the music you loved in your younger years, gardening, stretching, or even doing light housework. Anything that gets your body engaged without feeling like work. The key is to choose movement that feels good to you, because when you enjoy it, you'll do it without even thinking about it. And here's the best part. Once movement becomes a daily habit, something incredible happens. You start to notice changes. At first, they're small. You feel less stiff in the morning. You get out of chair a little more easily. Your energy lasts longer throughout the day. Then, the bigger changes come. Your balance improves. Your aches and pains fade. You start feeling stronger, steadier, more capable. And maybe the most surprising part, your confidence grows. Because when you move more, you feel more alive. You stop seeing yourself as too old to do things. Instead, you start believing, I'm still strong, I'm still capable, and I'm not done living yet. And that's what adds years to your life. Because the real secret isn't just movement. It's staying engaged with life. So, here's my challenge for you. Right now, before this video ends, stand up, stretch, take a deep breath, move your body, even just for a few seconds. And if that felt good, do it again later, and again tomorrow, because the more you move, the more life you invite in. And I promise you this, your future self will thank you. Let's embrace this season of life with grace, knowing that the best parts of our story are still being written, and the wisdom we've gained will light the way for others. Share with us your thoughts in the comments. And thank you for being part of our unique community. If you're not subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe. It's free. Thank you for being here and for sharing this little oasis of peace and wisdom with us. Always remember, your story in your heart is precious beyond measure, and you have so much more to give.